Hello, 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 my seers and everybody out there. I'm calling you in. Cuckoo! Cuckoo! Yes, that's the signal to come on in the house because we got some news to discuss, and it's time for us to call it like I see it. Yes, a blog where we are not biased, but we call it exactly how we see it. And today we have in the news none other than Dababy. Yes, I said it, Dababy. It seems like Dababy can't keep his hands to himself. Yes, once again he is in the news for putting his hands on somebody else. Yes, let's talk about it. According to On Site, shout out to On Site, Ra Ali, Millie. Come on, give them girls a round of hand applause. Yes, Dababy accused of tagging a driver in Las Vegas. Police active warrant for his arrest. Police issue an active warrant for his arrest. It says Dababy is in hot water again. The rapper is facing charge of misdemeanor battery. This time allegedly attacking a driver last November in Las Vegas. According to TMZ, the driver claims he was transporting the rapper and his friends to a hard rock hotel when someone in the group sparked up. When the rapper and his crew were told they couldn't smoke in the car, things went left. The driver told cops Dababy and his crew cursed and threatened him. When the guy dropped the hip-hop heavy hitter and his friends off to their destination, the confrontation got physical. Yes, the driver claimed that Dababy punched. Can I say that again? Look at your neighbor and say that Dababy punched him in the back of the head and said, "You ain't the boss." And someone else said, "You're lucky you're not in my city because I would have killed you, cracker MFer." Baby now has an active arrest warrant for misdemeanor battery, and I'ma call it like I see it and say that is good for him. If I not recall, he has put his hands on multiple people since being in the spotlight, and I feel like he does that to try to put the demeanor up that he is some kind of tough guy when he's really not. Come on, look at your neighbor and say they can put on a show. But over here, we call it like we see it. Dababy has put his hands on a woman. If we don't recall that he had punched that girl in the face for trying to get a picture of him, then again, if you go before that, he hit some guy or some paparazzi photographer in the face for trying to get a picture with him. And now he is attacking an innocent taxi driver because he didn't want him to smoke in his car. Who wants to get in their car and have that smell in their car? I don't care if you Obama, Bill Clinton, any of them. If I don't want you to spark up in my car, I don't want you to spark up in my car because maybe I don't want to deal with the smell or the aftermath of it all when you decide to get out. But see, we have these young artists who have this complex because these fans nowadays don't hold them accountable for anything they do in the streets and in the society where they have this motive that if you are famous and have money or if you have this tough guy persona or people like you, you are not held accountable for anything you do. So guess what? When he punched the girl in his face, guess what I saw? A whole bunch of women applauding him for doing that. See, he is not held accountable, so he's going to keep acting a hot mess. So if his fans don't hold him accountable, at least somebody, at least the law can. But guess what? I have a discernment that he's not even going to stop here. Because guess what? His fans still gonna have his back. I even seen reality stars say, "Oh, he's innocent in everything that he's done." That's why he think that he could go around here and do anything he want to do because y'all have built him up to have a godlike complex. Come on, look at your neighbor and say, we call it like we see it. But guess what? You can be up now, but God has a way of bringing you back into reality. And see, he needs to know that he can't go around here just putting his hands on any and everybody. But if you look back and if you look into the details, look at the people that he do put his hands on. A woman, 2 white guys. See, this is all an act. It's not really who he is. But he's pretending to be this way because that's what get him sales, and that's what get him popularity, and that's what get him where he at right now. So he's going to put on this front. And if you notice, he don't go against people that can handle him back. He don't go against people. He don't put his hands on people that he know would give him them hands back. He go after innocent people or people that he think is weak because he know that he can go over as being tough, even though he didn't go against nobody tough. Let me give them an illusion that I'm a bad guy and that I don't play no games by going against people that I know ain't going to go against me back. Let him roll up on Mookie them in the hood or in the country. Or Skeeter. I bet you he won't. Because he know that he'll meet his match. See, y'all got to stop being so blind at what you see with your eyes. And look past that. And it shouldn't matter how much money you have or your publicity or how famous you are if you are held accountable or not. Someone who got $20 in their bank account should be held to the same standards as somebody with 100,000 or 1 million. Just because he's famous, just because he's making these songs that y'all like with no talent whatsoever, doesn't mean that he's able to go around assaulting people and physically attacking people because he knows that his fans are not going to hold him accountable. But over here we call it exactly like we see it. And we're calling it as that Dababy is wrong and he needs to be held accountable and made an example out of and needs to be brought back to reality and know that you can't do what you want to do. You can't go around putting your hands on somebody else's child. Then you have no respect for yourself or for anybody else. You putting your hands on a woman with no remorse, no heartache, but yet these same women are promoting you, are supporting you, listening to your music, and putting you on a God complex. So I'm glad that Dababy is being held accountable. I just wanted to come to you guys and make this quick video and talk about this and call it like we see it. Go ahead, if you want to be a part of the Seers group and you want to call it exactly how you see it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Subscribe, because the Seers over here, we call it like we see it. We look past the BS. And I see you next time, guys. Have a nice night and see you soon.